What we have here in front of us today is a Lenovo IdeaPad Duet Chromebook, model number CT-X636F, that came into us for a broken glass repair. Now I've got a couple of tips that I want to share with you today regarding this particular model that will save you some time and some headache. We've actually done some Lenovo broken glass repairs on this channel before. There's another video that was posted a couple of weeks earlier, and on that one the front glass and the digitizer are bonded together, and then the front glass is bonded to the frame with a layer of adhesive that goes around the edges, but there's no adhesive in the middle here between the glass and the LCD. Unfortunately, on this model, the digitizer and the front glass are bonded to the LCD with a layer of adhesive called ochre, and ochre stands for optically clear adhesive, and it's a nightmare to try and separate that glass from the LCD. So in my opinion, it's just not worth it. I did do some research online and I tried to locate just the glass on its own, and what I found was just the glass and the digitizer on its own delivered from China. I couldn't find it anywhere in the UK, but delivered from China, you're looking about £30 to get that delivered here in the UK. And then obviously you've got to remove all the old adhesive, and you need special tools because that glass then has to be pressed onto the LCD with a laminating machine, and then you need a bubble remover machine as well, a size that you can fit this into to remove all the bubbles. So there is a process to it, and there is an expense. If you try to get that done in the UK just to replace the front glass, you're talking about probably £75 for the labour, and then whatever they're going to charge you for the screen, whether it's £30 or £35. So it's quickly going over the £100 mark. So on these, it is my recommendation that it's not worth replacing just the glass on its own. I did some research online, and I was able to locate the glass and the LCD for about £45 delivered from China. So I just wanted to share that tip with you today to save you some time and some hassle and some money as well, hopefully. So here goes. Okay, so the way that you can save a little bit of money when you're buying the new LCD is they usually sell it in two options. They sell the LCD with the glass on its own, or you can pay a bit extra and they sell the LCD with the glass with the plastic frame. So if you buy it without the plastic frame, the front frame, I'll show you that in a minute, you can actually get it for a bit cheaper, which is what I recommend you do. So the way you're going to remove this plastic frame, I'm just going to discuss that with you now, and I'm going to show you how to go about doing that. What you're going to need is a spudger, which looks like this. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your spudger and you're going to wedge it between this piece of plastic and this aluminium frame here. You're going to click that open, and then all you do is you follow it all the way around. Once you've popped this off, what you'll find here are two connections. There's one connection here which is for the digitizer, and the principle is the same. So you'll have this cable which goes into this connector here, and what you do to remove that is you wedge this up from here, this here. Once you've wedged this little flap up, you can then pull this out. Okay, so then that will be that out, right? And then what you'll have left is this cable here, which I'm going to show you. This cable here, which goes into a connector here on the back of the screen. Can you see that there? So that cable here is going to go into this connector here, right? And it's the same principle. It's got a little flap that you're going to have to wedge up to take it out. So originally this flap will be down like that, as you can see, and what you're going to do is you're going to wedge that up and you're going to pull that cable out. That's all there is to it. There's two connectors and two cables. Take them off and you can remove the screen. What I'm going to show you now is how to remove this plastic frame so you can save yourself a bit of money when you're buying the new LCD. All you do is, if you don't have a hot plate, ideal way is just to put it on the hot plate for 5 minutes. Come in with a tool like this and slowly start separating this piece of plastic from the back of the screen. Okay, if you don't have a hot plate, use a hairdryer. just heat up the edges gently, gently, keep going around, keep going around, keep going around until you can feel it's giving you a bit of leeway in there, a bit of movement. Okay, then get your wedging tool. One tip that I do recommend is if you've got some alcohol, dip your wedging tool in some alcohol, and that will help it come off faster. Right, and eventually what will happen is as you keep going around, be careful, very careful on this side here, because obviously you've got your digitizer connector here, so you've got to be very careful when you're coming around here that you don't put too much pressure. Okay, then what will happen is as you do that, eventually you'll be able to separate this plastic frame here, and this is what you want to save, because this is what's going to go onto the new LCD. Okay, now obviously when you take this off, you're going to have adhesive all around here, and you want to clean up that adhesive, right? And then you're going to be left with the damaged screen, and we're not going to use that, so that doesn't matter. Now here's the new LCD screen, and this is what it looks like. It has a layer of plastic sheeting on the front to protect it from any kind of damage while you're handling it, so leave that on until you've finished the installation. Once you've removed the plastic frame from the old LCD and you've cleaned it all up, it's very simple. To reinstall it, all you do is you place it back onto the tab and you click it into place from all four corners. It will go in, just needs a bit of encouragement. Okay, so as you can see, that's all done from all four corners. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to apply some adhesive all around the edges before we install the glass back in. I'm going to be using B7000 today, and I'm sure you've seen this in previous videos. It is used in the industry to bond plastic to metal and to glass. All that remains now for us to do is to attach the FPC cable into this FPC connector here for the LCD, and we're just going to sit it on top. So I'll do that now. If you have a look here, I'm just going to pull that flap up from here. Once I put the LCD cable into here, I'm going to push that flap down. It's quite difficult to show this on the camera. Let's see if I can turn it around this way to show you. Okay, so as you can see, we've connected that connector. It is a bit fiddly, but just persist with it and you will get it done. And then all you do is you put it down and you press the top into place. Press it gently around all four corners. Make sure you've applied some pressure. Don't worry about tidying it up too much for now. If you have got a bit of glue on there, that glue will just come off cleanly in the end. Right, to secure this LCD to the plastic frame, what I'm going to be using today are some clamps. Just like that. Now, if you don't have clamps at home, you could use some alternative method. And you want to put some, not too much, just some slight pressure around the four corners, just while the glue dries. I have tested this screen beforehand to make sure it was all working. But while this adhesive is drying, I'd like to switch it on and show you that everything is functioning correctly. I hope you found this video helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, and have a nice day.